Bonjour tout le monde. Good morning, everyone. My name is Antoine Baillargeon, and I'm the program coordinator here at the Ottawa branch. I'd like to begin by recognizing that the Ottawa branch is located on the unceded territory of the Algonquin Anishinaabe Nation. We extend our respect to all First Nations, Inuit, and Métis people for their valuable past, present, and future contributions to this land and our country. On behalf of the branch, I'm pleased to welcome you to today's session, which is titled All About Osteoporosis with AIM Fitness. Our presenter is none other than Michelle Bourdeau, head trainer and AIM Fitness, head trainer at AIM Fitness and older adults fitness specialist. So she'll lead us through a seniors osteoporosis class designed to help older adults manage and prevent osteoporosis through education, exercise, and support. Thank you for being with us this morning, Michelle. I know this is a topic that's very important to many of our members. I also want to give a special welcome to anyone here who is not yet a member of the association. We hope that these webinars will inspire you to join us. And to our members, we hope that these webinars will encourage you to maintain your membership. I also want to mention that closed captions are available in both French and English. So to access this feature, click on the closed captions button at the bottom of your screen. And to translate to French, you can click on the little arrow next to the closed caption button and select the translate option. Finally, if you have any questions for Michelle, please type them in the Q&A box, and she'll be able to answer them at the end of the presentation. So that's it from me, so I'll pass it over to Michelle. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar. Like Anton said, it is such an important topic as we age. We have osteoporosis. It is known as the silent disease. We have our great bone health from when we were young and kids, and then as we age, it slowly starts to decline, but we don't really know it's happening until we have a fall or until we have our first fracture and a doctor decides to do a bone density test to tell that your bones are becoming more fragile. It never kind of happens safely, I guess, unless you're someone that is more apt to know what your body is going through and you say, you know what, I want to advocate for myself. I want to get a bone density test. I do feel weaker. My bones might not be as strong. I want to know for myself. So I do recommend that you advocate for yourselves, especially women. We have a higher risk factor because our estrogen starts to deplete as we hit menopause. Even perimenopause, we're starting to know more about perimenopause, knowing that things start happening earlier than when we think they are happening after we've hit menopause. So anywhere between the ages of, they're saying now between 30 and 50, perimenopause is coming in. Some people are going into menopause earlier. So really advocate for yourself. I'm very a firm believer in that. You have the information and you know what to do before. So better to be proactive than reactive. That's what I always think in my head. So today's workout is going to be a slower workout. We are going to use weights. So make sure you have weights that are appropriate for your level. So if you do have osteoporosis and you have any kind of spinal stenosis or you have any other back issues, be very careful. I can't see you, so this is where I really want you to advocate for yourself and only do what feels good for you. If it doesn't feel good or it doesn't feel safe for you, please don't do it, okay? We have to make sure safety is our top priority. With saying that, when we do anything with osteo, we don't want to twist. So that twisting motion, when we keep our hips in one spot and we twist our back, we do not want to do that. We want to make sure our spine stays in a nice neutral position and nice and straight. So we want to make sure our core stays tight to hold everything in position. Bending is fine. I know a lot of people get nervous if I was to say to do a deadlift where you're bending forward. It is fine to do it. However, there is a way to do it. So when we do any kind of squat or hip hinge, we want to do the hip hinge. So I'm going to turn sideways and make sure you can all see. You're going to take your hips and you're going to push your bum back. As you do that, your pelvis is the one thing that's moving. So we can do a pelvic tilt right here, just rotating the hip forward and backward, forward and backward. That is fine, keeping your core tight so you're not getting that big arch in the lower back. But when we hip hinge, we bend from the hips, keeping our back. See how my back stays in complete straight line. It's just my hips that are bending, okay? So we want to make sure moving forward, if anything that you do, you have to bend over for, you hip hinge first. Think about it in steps. Hip hinge first, bending your knees, going down. You're already that much closer to the floor. You can pick things up from here. You can do whatever you need to do, but do not just bend over. We did that in our 20s and 30s. We are not able to do that anymore. We know this. And then weights. So weight-bearing exercises is fantastic for your bones. You should be strength training at least 3 times a week to build those bones back up. So you don't want to lose any more than you've already lost. So grab an appropriate weight. If it feels like you can do bicep curls all day long, you need to pick a bigger weight. We need it to be more strenuous so those muscles are getting the workout that they need. The other very important thing, more research and facts have come out about this, is rebounding. Rebounding is huge. All you have to do is going up on your tippy toes and falling down. That vibration, rebounding, that's what's going to help give your bones some stability. So we did it as kids. We would jump on trampolines. We would horseback ride. We would just jump rope. We did all these exercises that were fun, but were rebounding. So if you're not at the stage where you can hop and jump, you don't have to. You just go up on your tippy toes and fall back down on your heels, up and down, up and down. You should do this every day. You can do it at the countertop while you're holding on, while you're making coffee, while you're cooking dinner. You can do it at the grocery store while you're holding on to your cart and you're standing in line. There's so many different opportunities for you to do that you should take them. All right, I think I have talked enough. Let's get working. So let's start with a nice easy warm up. So we're just going to march on the spot and we're going to roll our shoulders. Good. So always make sure you're going at your own pace and listening to your body. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. Have water by you, have a chair by you. You never know when your balance might be not the best and you can hold on to something, okay? There's no shame. Good, let's go the other way. Good, just nice, easy march. So you can see that I'm not wearing shoes. I am more comfortable without shoes. If you're comfortable with shoes, wear them. Do again what feels good for you. I like to be able to feel where I am in space, where I am on the floor, so I don't like to wear shoes. All right. We're gonna open it up nice and wide, and we're just gonna do a nice, easy hipping circle. So we're gonna feel that stretch in the hip flexors in the front, and then as we push our bum back, we're gonna feel it in the hamstrings. It's not a big movement. Our back stays straight. We're just rotating the hips. Big circle. Think about if you were doing anything when you were younger with a hula hoop, except slower. We're not going for speed. Good. Just nice, easy roll. Good. We're going to go the other way. Nice and small. Not a lot of movement. Keeping the spine straight. Core is tight. Good. Perfect. All right, we're going to take our feet in together. We're going to do a nice, easy little hip hinge. So we're going to push our bum back. We're going to bend our knees and we're going to have our hands on our knees. From here, all we're going to do is rotate. So nice little circles, getting the knees and ankles at the same time. Keeping your back flat. Try not to arch it. Keep it flat. Good. And let's go the other way. Nice, easy circle. Good. Perfect. We're going to stand up. We're going to bring our shoulders back and down. We're going to go into that vibration, into that rebound. So we're going to go up on our tippy toes and fall down. Up on our tippy toes and fall down. You might find that the vibrations go to a spot. They kind of concentrate in a spot that might be sore. Just let it work itself out. Up and down. Up and down. Perfect. Good. You got it. Going at your own. If you find all of your weight coming down on your heels is too much, then you can just do it gently. Do it from a little bit lower, a little softer. Good. Perfect. We're going to bring our chin now down to our chest, keeping our shoulders down and only going where we're comfortable. Taking a nice deep breath. Exhale down and then lift your head slowly and looking up, only going to where you're comfortable. Another deep breath. And exhale, bringing your head down slowly, back down to your chest. Deep breath. One more time, looking up. And back to center. We're going to go across, over one shoulder. Good. To the center, to the other side. And to the center. Good. One more time each side. You can look with your eyes a little further to get a little bit better of a stretch. Back to the center and to the other side. Good. Let's wiggle it all out. Shake it out. We're going to go into a high knee with a reach. So we're doing opposite arm to leg. Again, working at your own ability. Reach and reach. Reach, reach. Good. Perfect. All right, we're going to bring it down. Same opposite hand to knee. Just a twist. Just a tap, not a twist. Everything is still nice and forward. Good. Perfect. We can work a little bit on our balance and hold. With your hand on your knee, you can apply a little bit of pressure and just hold. Good, then switch. Apply some pressure down, so you have to push your knee up. Good. One more time each side. Press. Good. And other side. And press. Good. Taking it down. Let's bring it into a nice, easy hamstring curl. So we can lift our arms up and to the side. Okay, up and side, up, side, up, side. Good. 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 Let's take it forward and forward, forward, forward. Good. Getting a little bit of coordination going. Opposite arm to leg. Back is still staying straight. Forward, 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 forward. Good. All right, let's take those arms down, wiggle them out. Shake it all out. We're gonna grab a nice, easy weight, whatever suits you best. All right, so we're just gonna cross and tap our heel in the front. Our whole body is moving. Okay, so we're just gonna keep it there. While we're doing that, we're gonna do a bicep curl. So tap and curl. Good, so we need to keep our core tight. Perfect, so we're gonna start. 2, 3, 4, 5, good, 6, 7. If you need to slow down, that's fine. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Good, wiggle it out. Always wiggle out in between. We're gonna keep going with a bicep curl, but we're gonna add in a nice little butterfly. So we're gonna go up, out, in, and down. So our legs are soft, up, out, in, and down. Good. Up, out, in, and down. Good. Keep it going. Up, out, in, down. Good. We want to make sure we have full range of motion in our shoulders, especially as we get older. Some of us women might have had frozen shoulder. Most happen when they're going through menopause. Good. Keep it going nice and tight. Kind of roll your hips forward. Back is straight. Good. Starting to feel it in the shoulders. We'll do 5 more. 1. Good. 2. Perfect. 3. Good. And 4. Last one. 5. Good. Bring it down. Wiggle it out. You're going to drop one weight. We're going to keep one. We're going to do an opposite leg lift to an arm lift. So we're going to take one leg. We're going to just lift it up behind us as we lift our arm up in the front. So we're just going to go here. 1, 2, 3. Remember, we're not arching our back. It doesn't matter how far the leg goes up in the back. We want to keep our bum tight and our core and back straight. Good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Take it down. Wiggle it out. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So make sure nothing's in the way. We're just gonna lift. 1, 2, 3. Notice my back. 4 is straight. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. We're gonna go back to the other side. Good. I should stay on that side so you can see what my arm is doing. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're only going as high as your shoulder. 8, 9, 10. Good. Wiggle it out. One more time. Last side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Wiggle it out. I want everyone to take a minute, grab a sip of water. It's important to stay hydrated as much as it is important to work out. So make sure you have some water. Good. All right. So we are just going to do a nice, easy side step with both of our weights in our hand and a nice lateral raise. So we're just going to step and step, step and step. So again, going at your own pace, take a lighter weight. As your weights move further away from your body, they get heavier. When they get heavier, we tend to start doing silly things with our body in order to perform that exercise. If it doesn't feel right, stop doing it, reassess. So get a lighter weight, and then you're just gonna step. Good. Step and step. 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 Good. Coordination comes in too. Good. I'm gonna do 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Wiggle that out. You'll notice how much more that was more taxing on your shoulders and your arms than the other exercises we have done so far. Anything away from your body, remember, feels heavier. All right, we are going to do some balance with a nice, easy overhead. So we're going to take one hand, then we're going to lift one leg up, and we're going to hold. Just right here. Just holding. Good. Try to go for as long as you can. Keeping your back straight, core tight, and look straight ahead. Find something that isn't moving that you can focus on for balance. If you also need to, you can put your belly button, your finger in your belly button. That kind of centers you, gives you a good place of reference for you to hold. All right, take it down. Wiggle that arm out. All right, we're gonna go to the other side. So lift your leg first, then your arm, and hold. The more you can calm your breath, calm your body down, the better your balance will be. And balance is a day-to-day thing. One day it could be fantastic, and the next day it can be completely a mess. And there's no rhyme or reason. It's just our balance comes and goes. It could be anything. You could be more congested in your ears. You could have fluid in your ears. Your eyes might not be able to focus that well. There's so many different factors. Just holding on nice and tight. Good. If you don't want to do this with weight, you don't have to. You can just balance. Good. Bring it down. We're going to go back into it. However, we're going to do it in a moving manner this time. So we're just going to go up and up, up and up. Good. Perfect. Keep it tall, keep it tight. Again, you don't have to do it with weights. Good. Working the balance, working the core, working the arms. Good. Do 5 more. 1. Good. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Bring it down. You can put those weights down safely. Wiggle it out. I want us just to march on the spot. Take a little break. Keep moving. For those of you that are a little bit more active, you can jog on the spot. If not, just march. What we want to do is we want to keep our heart rate up, but bring it down just a little bit. Good. Slow your breath down. Perfect. All right. We are going to go into squats. It is okay to do squats. If you're not comfortable, just omit. You can just do a nice, easy, just a bend. But I really want everyone to practice the hip hinge. And it's important to know how to bend properly when we have osteoporosis, as opposed to just trying it and then hurting ourselves. So I like to do squats because that is the best way to practice. So what we're going to do, we're going to hip hinge, we're going to squat down, we're going to come up. Okay, we're just going to keep doing that motion. Good. Down and up. Down and up. You don't have to go too deep. Good. But you notice the only thing moving is the hips. My back does not move. Good. Down and up. Down and up. We're going to add to this. We're going to add a nice little punch. Okay? If you're ready for it, we're going to go down, we're going to come up, we're going to punch, punch. Going down, coming up, punch, punch. Down, up, punch, punch. Down, up, punch, punch. Good. Perfect. You got this. Good. Punch, punch. Punch, punch. Perfect. Going at your own pace. Good. Perfect. We should be understanding how to do that hip hinge now pretty well. Punch, punch. Down, punch, punch. You got it. Don't forget to smile. You're supposed to be having fun. I hope you are. Good. Let's do 5 more. Down, punch, punch. Good. Down, punch, punch. This is 3. You got it. 4. Last one. 5. All right, march it out. Wiggle it all out. I want you to bring your chair close to you now. If you have one, or if you have a counter, or if you have a wall, doesn't matter what, but just something to hold on to. We're going to go into a lunge. very safe. Again, what I want you to make sure you do is you're just gonna go straight back. So if your feet are standing together, just take one leg and go straight back. Good. We want them hip width apart, but you're gonna come up on your toes. Okay, so you're gonna come up on your toe. What we're gonna do is we're gonna bend both knees at the same time, making sure the front leg doesn't go over the toe. So we're just gonna go down and come up. Good. Down and come up. Down, up. Good. Down. Good. So if you thought that you couldn't do lunges, surprise, you can. Good. Just down and up. Down and up. The most important thing is to make sure that that back leg doesn't push you forward, but that you bend both knees at the same time. Okay? Good. Let's do two more. 1 and 2. Now we're going to switch sides. So shake out those legs. Give them a nice little shake. Again, feet together, then just step back. And however comfortable you are with your step back, it could be wider, it could be shallower, doesn't matter, as long as it works for you. Again, bending both knees together, going down and coming up. So your chair is there just for balance. Down and up. Down and up. Good, you don't have to go all the way to the floor. Perfect. Good. Keeping your back straight, pulling in that core, belly button to spine. Good. Down and up. Good. 2 more. 1 and 2. Good. Shake it out. All right, let's grab a sip of water. If you're already getting thirsty in between your exercises, you're dehydrating. So make sure you get some water. We do not want to dehydrate, especially in the heat that we're all experiencing right now. Shake it out. All right, we are going to go with our chair. We did a squat already with a hip hinge. Now we can do a sit to stand. So pretty simple. You're just going to hold it feet wide apart. The wider you are, the easier and the more stable you are to get up out of a chair. So as we get older, especially with our bones, if they're not strong, we have more difficulty getting up out of a chair. So this is a good exercise to practice every day. It's just standing up from the chair and sitting back down. Your back does not move. Again, you're still doing that hip hinge. You're hip hinging back and coming up. Hip hinge down and sit. Good. So that pelvis is still doing that rock and coming back up. Good. Down and up. Perfect. Good. So we do these a million times a day already, but we're doing them without thinking. So if you have the opportunity to sit down, try to do 10 before you stand back up, because we want to make sure we're really hip hinging. So a good way to tell if you're hip hinging is by putting your fingers kind of right on your hip. When you start to hip hinge, you'll feel your hips squish your fingers. I'm only at this point and my fingers are getting squished. and then I'm sitting down. Then they get released. Then I come back, I lean forward, my fingers are getting squished, and I'm standing back up, they're getting released. So a good indication for you, just for self-awareness, to tell if you're doing it properly. Okay, good. All right, we are gonna add to our squats now. We're gonna take one weight. We're gonna hold it in the middle because we're gonna try to do this without our hands. And we're just gonna stand up and sit back down. We're gonna do 10. 2. Good. 3. If you need to take a break, take a break. 4. Good. 5. 6. 7. We got it. 8. 9. Almost there. One more. And 10. Good. We're going to hold it here. Good. Shake out those legs. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see. All right. We're going to sit on the edge of our chair. See how my bum is right on the edge. We are going to take our weight and we're going to place it on our chest so you can hold it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to keep our back flat. We're going to use our core and we're going to do a reverse crunch and come back. But we are not allowed to touch the back of the chair. Okay? You know the show, The Ground is Lava? I think that's what it's called. Well, the back of your chair is lava. It's on fire. You do not want to touch it. It's hot. So we're going to go back, contract our core, and come forward. Good. Back and contract. Again, the only thing moving is the hips. But you're going to target your core. Good. 3. Good. 4. 5. Perfect. 6. 7. You might even feel your core start to shake. 8. That's a good sign. 9. 10. Good. We're going to do 10 more. 11. 12. Good. 13. Go slow so you can really feel the effects. 13. 15. We got it. 16. 17. Almost there. 18. 19. Good. And 20. Good. Wiggle it out. Good. If you feel that you really need to stretch it out, we can do a cat-cow in our chair. So you're going to keep your hands on your knees. You're going to go down, back flat, all the way down. When you get as far as you can round your back and come back up. Good. Taking a deep breath, going back down, hip hinging. Then you can round just a little bit. Come back up. We'll go one more time. Deep breath. Good. And exhale. Good. All right. We are going to stay in our chair. And we are going to do a little bit of cardio. So we're going to do some jumping jacks, nice and easy in our chair. We're just going to go up and out. So your feet are just bouncing on the floor and your arms are going over your head. We're going to do 1 minute. All right. You're going to go at your own pace. If this is too much, you can do 1 foot at a time. okay? Or you can do opposite, one arm at a time, okay? So go for what feels good for yourself. All right, here we go. 1 minute. Keeping core tight, back straight. You can lean back in your chair if you want. I prefer not to because then I tend to round my back and I don't want my back to round. Good. Just slow and steady. Up and down, up and down. Good. Perfect. Keep it going. Good. Almost there. That's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Come on back. Wiggle it out. Excellent. Excellent. All right. We are going to sit back in our chair now. So you're going to stay again on the edge of your chair, but you get to relax. But you need to keep your core tight so this back part doesn't arch. Okay. You have the option. You can put your hands underneath your chair to kind of solidify you in the chair, but I don't want you using your arms to pull yourself up with, okay? Try not to do that. We're gonna bring our feet in the front. We're gonna relax back and we're gonna use our core and we're gonna lift both legs up off the floor. Okay, so you might have to wiggle a little bit further forward, whatever suits you best, and you're just gonna come up. Good, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, keeping that core tight, 8, 9, 10. Come on down, wiggle it out. Shake it out. Feels good. We're gonna do another 10. If you're having a lot of difficulty with this one, sit it out. It's hard to do and we don't wanna compromise our back, okay? Here we go again, 10 more. 1, 2, 3. You can keep your hands in front, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good, come on up. Good, wiggle it out. Beautiful. All right, we're gonna stay. I'm gonna come this way. We're gonna stay seated. We're gonna take one of our weights and we're gonna put it on the floor in front of us. So on the end. Maybe I'll go this way. You can see. We're gonna sit all the way back in our chair this time. Get all the way back. You can use the back of the chair. You're gonna take that weight in between your feet. All you're gonna do, contract your core, keep it tight, working the quads, okay? So we're just gonna lift. You're gonna bend your knees till it touches the floor and then straighten your knees and then come back down, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Keep your shoulders down. 9 and 10. Take it down and just wiggle it out. Shake it out like you're doing a flutter kick across the lake. Some of you must be at your cottages. You know what I mean. Time to swim across the lake. Shake, shake, shake. My chair is squeaky. Good. There we go. All right. Again, we're going to do another 10. Here we go. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Again, shake it out. Swim across the lake. Perfect. All right. We are going to stand up. If you have your same weights by you, I want you to keep them with you. We're going to do a row, but we're going to use our chair. So we can not compromise our position at all. So we're going to kneel. If you need to put a pillow under your knee for comfort, and you're going to put your other hand in front. My back is going to be flat. Do this way for you. All right, so my back is flat. My knee is on the chair. My hand is on the chair. Nice and stable. My core is tight. My hips are pushed out. I'm going to take my weight and we're just going to pull it up and push it down. So we're just going to row. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep your head down for a nice neutral neck. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Beautiful. I'm going to switch sides. All right. Same thing. That other knee is now on the chair. Your hand is on the edge of the chair supporting you. Your back is flat. You're rowing. Remember, hip hinge back. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is an opportunity where you could use a heavier weight. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Good. We're going to stand back up and we're going to go to the other side again. We're going to do something a little different this time. We're going to kneel again, putting our hand down. We're going to keep our elbow at our side and we're just going to straighten and flex the elbows. So we're just going to go back and forward, back and forward. We want to make sure the shoulder doesn't move. We're not doing a whole arm thing. That's why I like getting down on the chair, because you can really stabilize yourself and just flex. Good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Come on up, and we're going to go to the other side. Same thing. Down, hip hinge, back flat, and just back. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Come on up. You can move your chair out of the way. And you can get rid of your weight. And you can have a quick sip of water. And we're going to cool down. So march it out. Good. Keep those arms pumping. Good. I want us just to take a nice deep breath in. And exhale. Hip hinge down as far as you want to go. And inhale again, coming up. And exhale. One more time. Good. Bring it down. Good. We're going to bring one arm across. We're going to look over our shoulder. Just nice, easy stretch, feeling it through the back, into the shoulder, into the forearm. Good. Bring it down. Good. Other side, bring it up. Look over the shoulder. Try not to grab your elbow because we do not want to hyperextend, especially if we have brittle bones. We don't want to put any pressure on the bone. or on the joint? Good. Perfect. Take it down, shake it out. Good. We're going to take one arm up. We're going to just put a little support on the elbow, and we're going to just kind of, you can do it from the underneath your elbow and just pull that arm down. Feeling that stretch now through the tricep. If you can't get your other arm all the way up over your head, you can just press here. Good. Good. Shake it out again. Good. We're going to take the other arm up and behind, and just a nice gentle pull. Perfect. You guys are doing great. Good. And now shake it out. All right. I am going to bring our chair back into the play. We are going to put our foot flat in the middle of the chair. You're going to face it, and all you're going to do is lean forward. So don't lean forward with your back, lean forward with your hips. We're going to feel that stretch in the hip flexor. We're going to keep that heel on the floor. You can arch your back just a little bit just to make sure you feel it. If you're not feeling it, take a little hop, step back, and see if you can get that stretch. All you want to do is pull your bum forward. Good. From here, you're going to just bring it back. You're going to flip your toes up, keeping your heel on the chair. And you're just going to slide your hand down if you can. If you can't touch your ankle, touch your knee, wherever. Don't compromise. Don't try to just get there. Keep your back flat. You can grab your toes, grab your toes. Feeling that stretch now in the hamstring, in the back of your leg, even maybe into your calf. When you pull your toes, if you can reach them, you'll feel it in the shin. Good. Come on back up. We're going to switch sides. So again, foot flat. If you need to hop back, and just push your hips forward. That's all that's moving. The upper body's not going forward. Your shoulders are not going. They're staying above your hips. Good. That hip flexor is getting that stretch. Perfect. We're going to flip and lean, hip hinge, hip hinge, hip hinge. And you're going to try to grab your back, your toes. Don't round your back. Stay straight. If you can't reach there, go to your ankle or your knee, or just stay at your calf. Doesn't matter. You can just bend. One side might be more flexible than the other too. It all depends. Excellent. Come on up. I want you to shake it all out. Good. You're going to open up those arms nice and wide, and you're going to wrap them around. You're going to give yourselves a nice tap on the back. I appreciate you coming today. I hope you learned a little bit. If not, I hope you had a good workout. I do encourage you guys to check us out online at activitiesinmotion.ca. We have a lot of things that we can offer you. Check us out and see if there's anything that might interest you. I did see some questions. I have 5 questions. I don't know if Anton wants to read them.
Sure, I can read them out.
Perfect.
Someone was just asking a bit earlier in the presentation, how do these exercises in particular help fight osteoporosis?
So the thing is with fighting osteoporosis, there's nothing that will fight it. It's just about maintaining a good routine. So we want to keep a healthy diet. We want to drink lots of water. We want to get vitamin D. We want to have our body moving. So any kind of exercises are good as long as they're safe for your back. We want to make sure our spine doesn't twist. We don't do those kinds of movements. I don't want you doing like a cross body, elbow to knee, or anything like that. We want to just maintain strength. So any kind of weight bearing exercises are great as long as you can slow them down and perform them properly.
Perfect. One person asks, I have no balance or hardly any. What would be some exercises to help regain my balance, if only partly?
Yes. So balance, like I said earlier, it comes and goes. Some days it's really, really good, and some days it's really bad. But practice when you're standing at your counter. So you have your counter in front of you. You always have that ability just to kind of lean forward or touch. So just standing on one foot while you're brushing your teeth, that's one that we recommend all the time. And then always do one side each time. So you have 2 minutes to brush your teeth. That's what the dentist tells you. So you have 1 minute on one foot, 1 minute on the other foot. Another really good one to do is when you're standing again at your counter is standing heel to toe. So that stance where we're keeping our weight evenly distributed and just holding it. It's just practice. Practice makes perfect. It doesn't always come right away. Balance is something that kind of trickles away slowly and we don't realize it until we need it. So keep practicing. Everybody should practice balance.
Perfect. One person asks, are there any recommended stretches to help with minor snapping feeling on one side of the neck, which they say that has cropped up as they age?
Okay. So there's a lot of parts of our body that I call Rice Krispies, snap, crackle, pop. If you're finding that when you do something and you turn your neck to the side, try to find a better position. So sometimes it might not just be that you can go straight to the side, but you might have to lean your chin forward a little bit and finding that sweet spot. The same kind of thing happens with shoulders. So if we were doing the row and you were finding that your shoulder was popping or crunching, if you change the position just a little bit of where your shoulder is in the socket, that changes what might be clicking. It could be that it's just a little bit further forward or a little bit further back. For the neck in particular, if you can get down and put your hand on your head and bring your chin in and pull gently and hold. Try not to do anything where you're moving too fast or whatnot.
Perfect. We have a lot of people saying thanks, that this was a good session. They learned a lot. This one might be a bit too specific, so just if you don't have anything to say, it's okay. Any specific advice for women who are on breast cancer prevention meds that affect bones?
Yeah, that is a very specific thing. I would say talk to a nutritionist and make sure you're getting your vitamin D and a lot of calcium. Calcium needs to be absorbed with magnesium. We all know this. So make sure you're on a good regime of calcium, magnesium, vitamin D.
Hmm. Okay, so it's 11 o'clock, so we're gonna have to stop it here. I do see someone has asked for a copy of the video. So yes, the video recording will be sent to everyone in the follow-up email later today. So I just have a few final parting words, and so I just want to thank Michelle for today's great session, and thank you everyone for your participation in today's webinar. Like I said, we will be sending out a follow-up email that would contain information on InFitness and the recording for today's webinar. And remember that you can invite non-members to attend these webinars as guests. And to register for any of our upcoming webinars, please visit our Ottawa branch website at nafrottawa.com. So thank you, everyone, and see you at our next webinar. Bye-bye.